Hey everyone, so this is my last day in the hospital. I'm actually all dressed and I'm ready to go through discharge. I have all of this paperwork right now that I'm reading through with all my meds and stuff. I finally got to take a shower. I didn't get to do my hair or anything, but it's at least now normal people hair and not a grease ball on top of my head. I'll work it out. I don't know. Anyway, so this morning, I actually tweeted about this, but this morning they came in and I was sound asleep. Dr. Bluebond-Langner came in and Rebecca, who was my awesome nurse all night, came in the morning and woke me up, and they took down, like they just lickety-split got right to work. They took down the bandage that was covering everything and very quickly removed the sponge that was the wound vac uses to absorb all of the the blood and the fluids and stuff that comes in the healing process. And then she had to remove the packing, and I have to tell you, that was the weirdest goddamn feeling I've ever felt in my entire life, and I don't have a good explanation for it. I didn't know it was gonna happen because she was so quick with the it was just like it's called Tegaderm or Dermaplast. It's just like that plastic bandage that goes on and it's just sort of like seals like skin. So she ripped that down real quick, and that was fast and a surprise, and I didn't expect it. And at this point, I'm still not even fully awake. So she just rips it down, and then takes the the sponge out, and it's time to take the packing out. No warning, and it turns out that it's because she's learned it's better that way, because when people are prepared, they're not prepared, because there's no way to prepare for what this feeling is. But it's like that brown athletic tape gauze stuff that sticks to itself, that doesn't have adhesive on it. That's what it looks like coming out. I don't know. I wasn't awake when it went in. But they pack it all in there in the canal to, hold the shape. It felt like she just grabbed one end and just yanked, and I could feel this like twisting, like coming out. I feel like I know what the flywheel on a pull start lawnmower feels like, or like So my daughters have these hair dryers that have retractable power cords, like a lot of vacuums have. So it felt like, pulling one of those out, because it's sort of like spinning. You can feel it unwinding. Except that was happening inside my abdomen, and I was basically crawling up the bed and was so... like I said, it is an indescribable feeling. I am doing the best I can. Or like in a spy movie or something, when someone's rappelling off a roof and you see the coil of rope and they jump and then it starts to uncoil really fast and jump over. That's what it was, inside me. But Kevin, who is the patient liaison with, sorry about the shaking, with Dr. Bluebond-Langner and Dr. Zhao's office, warned me that this was going to be the most memorable 5 to 10 seconds of my entire life. And it definitely was. It was very short, but it happened, and it just was like so fast. And then as soon as that was out, she was ready with the dilator, and she tried one size, and because of that same nerve pain that I've had, couldn't use that size. So she immediately stepped down to the next size down. Just, it's just a different starting point. It's not less, it's just a different starting point. And was able to use that one, so I dilated right away. And then sort of spent the rest of the morning breathing and recovering, because that was just such a... That all happened in 20 minutes after waking up. Like, I cannot tell you, like, just how much of a rush that was. It was just so bizarre. My brother is over here. Wave, hi, Pat. That's my baby brother. He's here. My friend who was here the first few days, she flew home yesterday. Pat flew in today, or flew in yesterday. They woke him up too, because it was early in the morning. We were both asleep. And they didn't tell us what they were going to do. They were just here, and most mornings they come in, they check, they talk, whatever else, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. And, like, as soon as he was, like, he had his hand on the door handle, I was like, hang on a second, and that's when she ripped the bandaging tape down, and he was gone. So he missed all of that. And it's probably just as well. He doesn't need to see that particular angle of his sister. But, yeah, I was, that was a lot to handle alone. And then he came back, and I was just sort of gasping, and I think he looked a little shell-shocked. Because I certainly was. But then the rest of the morning, like, after I sort of relaxed and calmed down, nurse came in, I took my morning meds, Kevin came by again and helped me dilate myself so that I know how to do that, you know, going forward, because that's my responsibility. And then I peed all by myself. I'm a big girl. I'm potty trained now. Because in order to leave, I needed to pee twice on my own. Because they make sure, what happens is basically you pee into a hat so they can measure the volume, and then they have like a ultrasound that they measure the volume left in your bladder, so they make sure that more is going out than is being left behind. So that's been sort of a messier proposition, but I'm doing okay. In fact, I've done it 3 times. I'm really proud of me. And then finally, I had to take a shower. It's the first shower I've had since Tuesday night last week. It was Tuesday morning. I felt like such a scumball, but yeah, I finally got to shower, and now I'm clean, and I'm wearing, you know, like actual people clothes, and our bags are packed, and as soon as the nurse comes back from dealing with another patient, we'll finish out the discharge procedures, and then we're out of here. We're on our own. And this is the lovely hotel room. This is the lovely hospital room I've been in since I got in here. So surgery was Wednesday morning. The hospital got slammed with patients, so I didn't even get to have a bed until Thursday afternoon, instead of getting one Wednesday afternoon. But I'm here in the new Kimmler Pavilion, and so mostly it looks like a regular, you know, hospital room, and then you have this beautiful, lovely view, which I couldn't see at all because I spent the week in, you know, that bed. But you've got to see this. This television built into the wall, barely fits into the camera view, has its own private bathroom, its own private little screened entranceway. So yeah, so it's like, you know, it's like staying in a hotel room in the hospital. But the nurse just walked in, so I'm going to finish out the discharge paperwork, and thank you everyone who has sent me so many lovely messages and really kind words and all the encouragement, and I really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to go, you know, to my recovery apartment and sleep, because now I'm exhausted. Okay, bye everyone.